So another thought that I've had it before, but it just kind of came into the noggin again while watching another video. Let me get a shout out to the video. Community energy, the future is local. And this also is relevant because of another video on the same channel of that video with Robert Llewellyn. Was talking about how India's basically not building any coal plants or nuclear plants or anything like that. It's basically just building renewable energy stuff, and blah blah blah. My point is, America, with all its drill baby drill garbage that Trump is putting out. My thing is kind of two scenarios. Trump with all his Trumpian Trumpiness. Either the world and humanity is going to go into World War II and some sort of fallout by the RPG franchise, worldwide nuclear apocalypse thing where most of us are just wiped out and we go into some sort of weird ass atom punkian. There's pockets of technology, and most people are just kind of like, like somewhere between Stone Age nothing technology all the way up to where we are now technology, and maybe keep on progressing forward in technology kind of thing, something like that. Or it's gonna keep on progressing from here on. Those two kind of possibilities, because we're fighting the war in Iraq or Iran and blah blah blah, and Trump is not being stopped by the legislature, which should stop him. They should be like, you're out and adios. But they're not, and it doesn't look like they're going to, because whatever, because stuff and things. That being said, if all is well and we keep on going on without the nuclear apocalypse, America might be in that kind of situation that India, and by the way, Africa, is in, where America might be able to kind of leapfrog, and we won't have to kind of update transportation and just infrastructure to just like new garbage, new kind of modern stuff, but we'll be able to when we do a complete overhaul, we'll be able to completely overhaul it to vac train, grav train, or something better. Transportation networks. And those transportation networks and public transportation and all this stuff will be the kinds of things that China, because China will already have like a complete transportation network built on what China and Japan already have, like standard maglev and all that stuff. It'll be done by that time. So doing an overhaul for them will kind of be unnecessary-ish. And overhauling, when you overhaul and upgrade something, it's kind of like, well, our transportation network already goes at between 300 and 500 miles per hour. So being able to move at twice that speed and spending all these resources to make that countrywide, it's kind of not that necessary. But for a country like the United States, who straight doesn't have shit, spending all the resources to do that in the first place is a good idea. When we don't got dick. Which is where we are right now. We use airplanes and cars, which if you drive a car from one end to another is the modern equivalent, is kind of the modern equivalent of like a horse and buggy. It's like, it's sucky. So if in a decade there is a technology to go from one end of the continent to another in 2 hours, and if we build up the network and stuff, and you could basically go anywhere in the continental United States, and it's free to the end user, which is what it would be, because we wouldn't have the problem of El Republicano. Because basically you build up that system and you make it free. Make it free to the end user. The economic paybacks for the country. And I know this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. The economic paybacks would be gigantic. All right. Imagine being able to live in New York State, work in Texas, and visit your parents in Florida all in the same day, and not have to pay a dime in transportation costs. Everyone be able to do something like that. And you could buy stuff in all three places. Businesses would benefit from that in all three states, and the economic opportunities for all the businesses everywhere would be enormous. And so that is what it is. That's what I'm talking about. This would allow basically big cities to get bigger, small towns to have new life. This will allow completely new dynamics to emerge. And I can't stress this enough. This would both necessitate and allow the U.S. to completely flip our immigration policy and our immigration mindset. All right? People are going to have to simply change their opinion about fucking immigration. We're going to have to not only allow immigrants, but go back to the whole give me your tired poor and blah blah blah, and realize that immigrants are not the bad thing that they are. Right? We want immigrants. Yes, vet them and blah blah blah, whatever. But let them come here. Let them do their thing. They'll be good. They sure will be good. Of course, now with this Iran war and shit, who fucking knows? Trump and his cronies just kind of threw a big ass exploding wrench into something that oh man, I mean that you know I mean now it's going to be difficult for a segment of humanity to be trusted and to trust for a while. But there's a train. I'm just going to have to find a way around that whole issue, basically by imprisoning, I don't know, 20,000 people. Yeah, they're going to have to imprison about 20,000 people in America, and that's just the truth. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. They're going to have to imprison 20,000 people, and if they run to another country, we're going to have to find them and bring them back and imprison them wherever they are. I don't care where they go. We're going to have to find them, bring them back, and imprison them. Whatever rat hole they scurry into. So, yeah. Or scurry into and die in. So, that's it. But, yeah. It's just about trains and transportation. There you go. The train coming at 5 o'clock. I don't know. I'm guessing the next one's going to be at 10. Alrighty then. Kneecap tax rich people, kneecap rich people, and boobs.